here for game 2.
Let's head it on for the second game. And now they ban out the Diggy and RSG. There is some kind of specificity on the bans here between BREN Esports and RSG, because on the first game it was all about the comfort picks that were getting in the hands of these mechanically skilled players.
Yeah, and you know, at the same time, I think you hopefully, again, personally, on a personal note, hopefully it's still the Valentina Fermis that is going to be banned out here, because this still leaves room for a lot of flexibility, also for RSG Philippines specifically, because Wolf made a good point before we, you know, broke it down in the analyst stand, is Exort and Kosei both, they, you know, it's not like it's their fault or anything here. They were actually in a good position. That's but right. Again, because of Demon Kai picking the Lancelot, who, of course, we would love to see him play those assassin picks, it takes the kind of attention that maybe Kosei would need as well, despite him playing the Claude. Yeah. And, you know, Exort was able to make some plays on that Kagura, but again, having a Melissa across from you,
it's challenging.
It's challenging because even Light was struggling with the initiations on the Grok. So I'm wondering if that warrants a ban for Melissa, because right now, if that is the case, then it would leave the Valentina and Fermis possibly open here.
Maybe they steal it as soon as they can. Maybe that's the way that they do it. If it warrants a ban, to really answer your question, I do feel that it is. It does. It's one of the strongest heroes right now in the meta game. Or we do hope that they are prepared. Honestly, the Kagura, in a way, can deal with the Melissa, because you can burst her down just with a combo if you find the opening.
Yeah.
There were so many times for them to get the opening anyways, but with some of the counters coming out from BREN Esports, it wasn't possible. So now we get to the point where did RSG actually prepare for the Melissa? Because the ways that you can deal with it, apart from banning it, is to counter it or deny pick it. They have a big chance to deny pick the Melissa in their second phase. So maybe that is something, oh sorry, second pick. Maybe that is something that they can consider.
Will this be a respect ban or a steal pick for the first move here for BREN Esports? Because right now we're still seeing well, Akai being open. There's a lot of things being open right here in RSG. Even Beatrix on the side of BREN. Yeah, okay. So let's see if they still get this. The marksman force of BREN Esports.
I think they want to prioritize the Paquito instead. Yeah, even with the Akai and the other heroes are available, we can see a lot of comfort for BREN Esports when they play the Paquito.
Yeah,
Selena too. Ooh.
That's also true.
Kyle Teasy, if he gets his hands on that, I mean, that's the thing too. We don't even know if it has to go to Kyle. Actually, it doesn't have to go to Kyle Teasy. Yeah. The Paquito is a great flex pick. Also, I'm wondering if they want to do the Kadita, get that, you know, secure pick for a few. The guy has loved this Kadita this season. And usually, signature pick. He performs really well. But just in a couple seconds here, we'll see what route they want to go with, because there's a lot left open here. Yeah, and it is going to be the Paquito, like we were mentioning.
Yep. Okay, still a flexible one for BREN Esports. Still a good choice, though. Yep. But will RSG take Melissa now?
I would like to see that.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Maybe the next big option is go for Esmeralda and Claude once again as their comfort picks. They do like those set of heroes.
XP lane and marksman could be a good choice right now.
Yeah, could be. I do feel that, yeah. So there is the, they steal it.
The same.
They stole it.
They stole it, actually. We have a light hero and we have for Exort.
That's right. I like it. I like the direction that they're going.
Okay, they're still baiting. Are they baiting out BREN Esports for the Melissa though?
I think you still can go for that hero. Honestly, the Claude is looking good for BREN Esports if they do pick it up. In a way, because it's one of their comfort picks for Super Marco. But what do you pick now if you are BREN Esports? You don't have a Diggy, you don't have the Fraps, you don't have a support that kind of countered this. So really makes me wonder what they are eyeing for now. Yeah. Oh, Lilian and Grok. Okay.
So there's an exchange happening right now between BREN Esports and RSG. Okay. So Grok right now for BREN Esports. So there's still no marksman.
Yeah, I think you still can go for Esmeralda if you're RSG. Yeah. Okay. It's just a hero that they like to. It's the Esmeralda slot that we're talking about. Because the fourth ban is going to be the Dyrot afterwards.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
I mean, I like that RSG Philippines decided to go ahead and take away, 2 picks that were used against them previous game, and actually, again, worked really well for them, for BREN specifically, to kind of control the early game and then eventually turn the tides when, the lead was in RSG's favor. So we'll see what that wants to be for RSG Philippines, the last pick of the first phase. Do they go with the Esmeralda? They don't. They go with a Karina.
Right away. Okay.
Comfort picks. I honestly felt that
Cards down for RSG.
Oh, maybe because they don't want to be trapped in a point where they now have a designated Explainer, which also means that they have already revealed their hand. That being said, though, the Karina usually struggles against the Paquito in the jungle role, so I'm not really liking the choice here for RSG, but what we know is this is their comfort pick. So now RSG might be looking towards banning out some of the marksmen that's known. I mean, I think at this point you want to ban out the Karina, the Melissa.
Your team
Instead they ban out the Akai. Kind of banking on the fact that this Paquito will be the Explain.
So, okay. Right now, they're still limiting the choices on where BREN Esports can land these heroes, because right now it's still on to the jungle. But will be the marksman option? Okay, we still have the Esmeralda, as Wolf mentioned. It could either be from RSG's fourth ban or BREN Esports just totally maximize the chance.
Yeah, go ahead and focus on Naz there specifically to take that out. Again, there's still a lot of options here too that either team can go with. I mean, even for BREN, if Claude is not banned out here, that could be an option for them. They could play around with that. He is going to be taken care of really well with just these 3 picks already from BREN. Lex, this is a great one from RSG Philippines. Go ahead and take out that Melissa. But it also just allows you to not have to worry about the combination that you want to play around with the Atlas and the Kadita specifically. You don't want to have trouble, because that's what we saw a previous game where even if the angles were found, even if the setup was there, because specifically having the ultimate, like Wolf mentioned, you can't follow up on it the way you want to.
Exactly.
So it definitely warrants a ban here, and I think we're going to see this kind of more often. Either teams picking up Melissa, or they will be just outright banning her out.
Flavor of the week for sure. RSG, they have this option to go for the Masha and as well as a Fredrin. I think BREN Esports are going to be banning out Explainers, as we saw. There is the Uranus. I honestly feel that the Masha will be great for RSG, because there's already a lot of good initiations for both the Kadita as well as the Atlas. What you're looking for now is damage. So maybe you can get that from the Goldane or the Explain, which can come out of the Masha. It's decent in the fighting versus the Lilia. And also, having the Fredrin, though, it's like them literally taking 3 of the heroes that BREN Esports played previously. But it makes sense, because there's a lot of juggling and there's a lot of crowd control from that. But I do feel that the Masha will be the best option for RSG.
Masha? Okay.
Of course, they pick up the Claude first, which means that you can just pick up something like a Beatrix for BREN Esports, perhaps, for Super Marco, or maybe a Clint and an Irithel. The problem with Clint, maybe they just pick up something like a Brody this time, because the problem with both Clint and Beatrix is that they suffer from a damaged build Karina, and definitely not going to be having a great play with the Kadita, so because you can be bursted down. But at least with Brody, you're a little bit beefier. Right? We can control it, and you have so much early game because of that Brody.
Yeah, now you have a good space against Claude. Carry instead. Okay. Okay, for BREN Esports. Oh, we've
seen a celebratory dance from Naz.
I think he's gonna pick up the match. Oh, okay. That's why he likes it.
Okay. I was gonna say that.
Is this the first time we're seeing a Yuzong game?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I like it. I already like it. Great versus any kind of marksman, actually. I cannot think of a good marksman that can last with the Yuzong. Maybe perhaps Brody in a way. But it has a one-hit knockout.
And lifesteal,
One combo knockout. One-hit combo. Whatever you call that. It has a one-hit play versus the carry. Because you go Petrify, you jump, you go Petrify, instantly burst out the carry.
We have been looking forward for a Yuzong game, and just Nats just clearly celebrating on that pick from BREN Esports. It's just showing how the Raiders are more prepared against the lineup of BREN Esports now. Just waiting for them to make the mistake on the draft.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see a lot of purifies here. To deal with Atlas, deal with the combination, deal with the Yuzhong coming out for season 10. But let's see how it all unfolds.
It's game number 2. Will the Raiders bounce back from the power of the Hive? Because right now we're looking forward for the race for the playoff spot. It's game number 2.
I'm happy to see that there are now variations of the... there's a different rotation now that the teams are playing. And specifically for BREN, they're doing the... You can see, notice how all of the minions are pressed against the base or the turrets of BREN Esports just because of that Grok block. What you do is you pop your Guardian's barrier earlier into the game. You block 3 lanes all at the same time. So what it does is that it helps your laners to have a safer route. Specifically with something like a Lilia, you build up so many minions in there.
Yeah.
As you see, you clear it faster than your opponents.
Yeah, we're seeing now a great application for Ogwen on how he utilizes this Grok. It's giving so much space in the early game of BREN Esports right now against RSG. Because mainly rotation could go to the Raiders.
Gonna be in trouble. Goes down. First blood again, going in the hands of Few. And now Naz gonna be the focus. They grab 2 kills here on the top side early on. Not even 2 minutes into the game. BREN.
4 members. And okay, I know that this is gonna sound very nerdy of me.
It's okay.
Away.
Let it out.
But it is the result of having your minions fast cleared by your laners. And as well as the fact that they also block their minions. Because it will take so much time for RSG to clear the waves. And that's the reason why Exhort and Light weren't into the top lane. While BREN Esports had 4 members in there. It's because of your fast clear. I know it sounds like very theoretical, but you saw that in action, right?
Yeah, it's clearly proving a theory right now how BREN Esports is systematically approaching RSG.
Light gonna push Kyle Teasy off of the turtle here. They're actually gonna continue
to
push him back, but Kyle Teasy, what a play! Says you can't focus on me like that. Gives him the 1-2 punch, turtle reset. Exor gonna have to back off now. Now it's RSG Philippines running for their lives here. Everything to just survive, and another turtle going to be secured. Actually, first turtle secured by BREN. It's only 3 minutes of the game. It's so much action already, and I mean, my goodness, the Kyle Teasy,
you're madman.
Comfort.
Oh my gosh, the power.
He's still going, Naz. Gonna have to deal with 3 here. Gets shot. Just gets shut down here on the top side. I mean, this is 3 deaths already for Naz on this Yuzhong.
We're not even done with the outer third energy shields.
Oh my god.
This is not even a concern for BREN Esports, Wolf.
I think Pandora just XP diffed Nats in this game. Particularly with his way to utilizing this Fredrin. Always in the right position. You know, nice to point this out. There's not a lot of mobility for Pandora, but already he's taking so much control. It didn't even have to utilize his flicker in there. He utilizes the taunt so well.
Whoa, oh my goodness. Ogwen actually going to survive that. What a player. Ogwen able to survive for now the 2 versus 1. And Few going to use the black shoes here to reset. But man, you know, 0-4 already for Naz. Talk about not the best debut of a hero for Season 10. It's definitely struggling here against BREN Esports.
Oh man, Pandora is just utilizing the energy eruption so well. It is the taunt.
Yeah.
You saw that how he was able to control Nats, and it's also very evident on how he was able to masterfully utilize all of the spells for this Fredrin. Definitely a standard now for the Fredrin users.
No, right? BREN Esports is just clearly forcing RSG to take trade objective across a map, forcing them for a cross-play trade. But right now, it's just how they rotate clearly and comfortably with these heroes. We have 402 on Few. How deadly is that?
Yeah. Again, you know, it's a surprise that we're only 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes in the game here, and they're just unleashing on RSG Philippines. Remember, the question was brought up during the panel. What does this mean for BREN if they sweep RSG?
Help you.
After they sweeped Blacklist International, I mean, now the focus here, though. Few should be fine. Turtle's going to be secured by Demon Kite, though, on the top side. There's a fight on both sides here. Kosei, Blazing do it now. Open to the focus. It's a shutdown. Pandora on the top side. It looks like RSG Philippines wants to punish them. They're tired of this early game madness, and they get the kill. And just like that, RSG Philippines finds some life into the game.
The moment that BREN Esports, dispersed, it was a quick punish coming up from RSG. We did not see. We weren't able to see what happened in the turtle area, but I can just assume that usage coming out from Nats with the ultimate allowed for 2 kills for Demon Cat, and Demon Cat was so clutch, he secured the turtle away from BREN Esports. And down in the bottom lane, it was all light with his initiation. Kusei just handling it so well, and Exhort just baiting out so many members of BREN Esports. And unfortunately for BREN Esports, the Hive, they weren't in a hive mind in that game.
They just lost the 3K gold.
They lost the swarm. They let it go.
They had the honey, they let it go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How do you lose the honey?
Oh, and here we go. Another kill going to be secured. It's Kyle Teasy that goes down. And now the focus, the return damage comes out. Pandora has to back off here. It's going to be a 1-for-1 for now. Demon Kite still going to give the go signal here. Nas making the way on the backside. There's the pull. Pandora falls. Few is out. And now it's Super Marco running for his life. Here comes the emote. The RSG emote, and Nas gets the kill and able to stay alive on top of it.
Just looking at how the Yuzo walk, it looks like Nats walking out of battle.
Before that happened, he didn't have the ultimate. You're wondering, why will RSG fight? I think it was Demon Kite who called it. He was the one who started it at all. Anyway, because of the fact that he had attack build, he was able to sustain. And I think this is the Demon Kite show. Probably one of his best Karina performances, as he is able to carry out RSG despite starting the early stage of the game.
Perfectly executed combination there, layering of ultimates, and now can they turn it around again? Demon Kite gonna be quite low. Few looking for a kill, but look at that. Escort is right there to greet him. That's 2 fall here for BREN. Demon Kite's down. They're actually going to give the go here on the turtle. Kyle Teasy also still waiting to spawn. This should just be another turtle for RSG. Actually, it's going to be their first turtle of the game here.
This is a good face right now for the Raiders. Completely upping their game on how they lost their early game. Just in a matter of time, Wolf.
Don't be fooled by the turtles that you're seeing up top. This is the second turtle for RSG.
Oh yeah, they got it off camera earlier. That's right.
So, my God, already amassing items. I like the Radiant Armor early pickup coming out from Demon Kite. Typically, after the Cursed Helmet, you go for the Sky Guardian Helmet. But now he went for the Radiant Armor, knowing that Few has been a big problem from them earlier on. And now the BREN Esports gonna be looking, where is the damage gonna come from? Surely they have this carry. It can deal with the attack build coming up from Demon Kite, but Demon Kite is not building HP at this point. I mean,
Owen should be fine here. If he has to, he can probably wild charge out of one. Oh my goodness! What a play!
No way!
Tried to wild charge, but they said no. Lights got him.
How do you do that?
What was that?
RSG is completely punishing BREN Esports because now, just on what Wolf mentioned, they're lacking the damage of Super Marco that needs to have.
Really looking good for RSG at the start, but Nats, for some reason, still holding on to the Onyx Time sticker, is one of the few ones who still pick it up.
All right. They hold on to the turret. Pandora now going to go on light. Has to flicker out. Kosei there. Back him up. They should be fine. They're going to disengage here. But still, for BREN, they held on to the turret. That's good for them. But they got to get things together, because next thing is that Lord coming up here shortly.
We can see how ours just completely made Kyle Teasy uncomfortable on just getting those objectives.
I like the timing usage coming up from RSG. They utilized, they wanted to push, but they know that the Lord is coming up in maybe 40 seconds before the push started. That's why they forced the ultimate coming out from Nats. Now, when the Lord spawns, they will have the Elder Dragon form once again. So they can utilize once again RSG. And they also have their Atlas. They don't have the flicker though for light, so maybe that is something of a bummer for RSG. But all that aside, think they have a good tension when the Lord fight does happen.
There's a lot of setups right now for RSG. You have a wall charge from Ogwen. You have light with the approach of this ejected state. Because this clearly gives the Raiders a chance to burst down BREN Esports right now. Super Marco needs the space because if Ogwen misses the chance of getting that ultimate setup, it's done. Just look at how light is circling through this. He's gonna be the trap here.
Oh man, Ogwen wanted to reset that with the wall, but not
Light?
gonna happen. Nav's
Light?
going in.
What?
They find Kyle Teasy. Kyle Teasy gonna be in trouble. Lord secured. Kyle Teasy falls. Here comes Demon Kite to join the fight. Kosei Exort there. Pandora flickering out. Do they want to commit to it? The burst is there. Ogwen falls here.
Ooh.
And now under the turret, Demon Kite gets punished as Super Marco grabs a kill. A lot fall here, but now the Lord gonna be marching down the mid. This should be an easy turret for them. Super Marco gonna try to do his best to buy a little more time, but that's gonna ultimately be the tier 2 turret falling here.
What a sweaty fight coming out from RSG, a fight that they actually dictated. So what happened in there was RSG trying to take the Lord, the control of the Lord. So Guardian Sparrow was there coming out from Ogwen, but it was immediately answered by RSG. What you do now, if your opponent is a Grok and you are afraid of the Lord being reset, just make sure that you stand in front of the Lord so the Lord will not move while you're happening, so the aggro was still on you. So he will stay in one spot. Now what happened afterwards was that RSG obliged the fight. Before the Lord went into that zone where his threshold will be onto the retribution threshold, Nats popped the ultimate, found Kaltizi.
Yeah.
Didn't intend for a kill, but what they wanted to have was just to control BREN Esports so that they can finish up the Lord, which was very smart coming up from RSG. They fought afterwards, got 3 kills, but unfortunately they will not be able to utilize their Lord afterwards because the risk that you do if you fight after the Lord has been taken is that you will not be able to use the Lord.
They find Kyle Teasy again with a fatal link. Kosei goes in. Wild charge going to be popped, but Naz into the base he goes. Finding Super Marco, takes him out. Pandora going to be the next focus. Demon Kite to help him and get sandwiched under the turret. And like that, RSG Philippines now going to be pushing into the base here. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Fuges trying to buy some time, cuts the wave, and all because of that, RSG Philippines actually can't get that first turret in the base.
Just unleashing chaos throughout the side of BREN Esports. What's the checklist now, and how they need to attack RSG now? Because there's still a lot of options that they need to answer. You have Light and you have Nats. Who do you target?
Well, for one, you already saw how few managed to do it. Do the veteran move. What he did, he cleared the way. Use your experience against RSG. And that's why he's called the Idol of the Kids.
Idol of the Kids.
How about we call him the Filipino Idol here in the English broadcast?
The Filipino
Idol. Yeah. The
People are going to think he's singing. Like, you know, there's American Idol. They're going to be like, wow, was he a singer back in his day?
Well, he can make good songs. Songs of victory, perhaps.
Songs of battle, songs of challenges.
All right.
Idol of the Kids, man.
Idol of the Kids, all right.
Philippine Idol of the Kids. I'm trying.
Too far.
I'm just trying how he managed to inspire kids and his team.
IOTK, Idol of the Kids.
Idol of the Kids.
In the Philippines.
And now, the idol of the teams here, the Lord has spawned.
I just want to go
Dance
back.
commences.
I just want to go back on how we are trying to look how Ogwen can still manage to reset this.
Look
one,
at this,
because
just hold it.
Yeah.
When the
See?
Gorgeous Bears held, just hold your ground. Make sure that the Lord will not move, because the only time where the Lord will have an additional move to reset is when we actually move.
Oh,
Light
here
is
comes
just
Light
circling down.
swinging around.
like a
taking
planet.
trip.
He's like a moon on an orbit.
He thought he was a U-song. That's what he did.
He's like, hey, look what I can do.
See what I can do?
Look what I can do now.
Didn't they just exchange phones? Hey, look, I can circle like you
Yes,
too.
by the way, here's how you circle, all right? Look, what a move, what a guy Light is.
He's on a Space Ranger suit, though.
There's a circling eagle.
Wait, look at this. We have not talked about this, but Exort is 7-0-7.
Yeah.
No death.
Kusa is 1-0-13 for the debutant. Wow.
Well,
Talking about a good entrance for RSG for Kosei and Exort.
we talked about it. Light goes in with the fatal links. He says, look what I can do. But can they punch it in? They only get a turret.
No way.
Super Marco!
Wow. Super Marco able to get that. Kyle Teasy, not sure if he's going to want to continue on the pursuit here.
Okay.
They back off for now. Few. Gonna check that bush. So wow, what a! I mean, still BREN able to stay in this game despite the lead that RSG Philippines has.
Well, if you can make those kind of moves like Super Marco did, he waited for Kusei to pop the BMI out, and as Kusei did that, he popped the Phantom Step. And of course, having like golden, oh, he didn't even have golden stuff in here. But yeah, because he has got the Electro Flash, as well as the fact that when you pop the ultimate as the carry, you attack twice, and was able to reach where Kusei was.
There's so many emotes just running around the game right now. I think it's the one way to show. You have new emotes right in the game.
Yeah, there's new battle emotes out there.
Yeah.
Be sure to grab them.
Did you get it?
I have not.
I had the Sandai, bro.
Oh yeah.
There's a Baloyski.
Finally, he's immortalized to the game.
And in Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Most particularly, a Filipino
His voice.
immortalized in MPL Indonesia.
When I heard that stick, I was like, oh, I know this voice.
This voice. Sandai, bro.
What does that mean anyway?
Relax.
Oh, I like it. But how can BREN Esports relax right now? Can they still make it though?
Well, they're going to be trying to relax here, but there's the Fatal Links on Pandora. Open, looking for an opening, can't find it just yet. Guardians Barrier going to come out. Nath's quite low. Kyle TZ still clearing the lane to the top side. They should be fine. It's RSG Philippines now running back here, despite them finding Pandora.
They commit 2 ultimates on that. Actually, 3 ultimates just to kill Pandora.
Resources
Not much of a... It's actually not that big for RSG. If anything, when the Lord fight happens, Pandora will be available once again. If they have forced immortality, for example, onto Pandora, that will be a great trade because an immortality is a greater resource to have. It's like you're taking away 1,200 gold away from your opponents just because of popping the ultimate.
Oh, look at Kyle TZ again, right? Doing what he does best. He's going to put some pressure
on the
on the top
Paquito.
side.
We've seen Paquito just doing the split for the team.
Yeah, there you go.
What's the
Kosei gonna
call?
go in. Blazing Duet gets the Fatal Links off here. Meanwhile, on the top side, they're still going. Lord gonna be worked on. Few. Oh, the damage is there, but they can't get X-Sword. So that's gonna be the Lord secured here for RSG Philippines. Now they're gonna be looking to crash down on Kyle TZ.
No.
They said, we know what you were trying to do. It's not gonna happen here.
They didn't even need the Petrify coming out from that. My God, this is Kosei's statement game. You saw how he popped the ultimate. You will think that it will be it was a premature Blazing Duet, but at the same time, all RSG wanted was to have that opening and bait out BREN Esports, because what happened after the Blazing Duet when he went in is that Ogwin actually had to pop the ultimate and then he dodged it. He sidestepped the ultimate coming out from Ogwin. That's why he was able to make value out of his Blazing Duet. What a guy, Kosei.
Yeah, Kosei just completely peeling off everybody from BREN Esports on just how he wants to have a good dynamic on how X could enter the back line. But look at that light.
Like gonna find
Just getting
his
one.
target. Ogwin, though, Wild Charge gonna come out here. Can they still convert this? Demon Kite able to grab the kill, but still no turret. Actually, the bottom turret has been taken care of, so they got 2. Looking to punch us in. Naz with the Black Dragon form.
Petrify.
Does go in, pushing Super Marco back here. Kyle TZ trying to buy some time, but it's not going to happen here. And Pandora slamming down there, able to grab a kill. RSG Philippines trying to run after a Few here. Few still alive, but not for long as they grab another kill. But it looks like RSG Philippines can't end the game just yet.
X-Sword. No deaths. X-Sword just bursting everybody for RSG, laying down perfect carpet for his team.
Did you see that play? Well, there are 2 big plays here coming up from both Super Marco as well as Exhort. As Super Marco is able to burst out and erase Kosei from the map. But Exhort, you gotta have to commend him. It was a play he did. Had the Thalassophobia still. It was bursted out with a sliver of HP, popped the Winter Truncheon, and that was enough time for the Thalassophobia to kick in once again and give back all of the lost HP for Exhort. Well done coming out from the members of RSG, but even better as BREN Esports are already packing up a punch. They still lost a lot though. Exhort already 8-0 and 13. My God. What a stat line.
Well, speaking of line, can BREN Esports still hold the rope right now? Because we haven't seen Super Marcus clearly being an advantage on the side of the Hive right now.
No, open.
Is the time enough for the
Big
damage?
sandwich. They find Super
Super Marco!
Marco with the fatal links, and that is completely fatal here for BREN. Few trying to buy some time, some more. Can he survive? No, he can't. But look at Kyle Teasy, still trying to grab a turret in the mid lane. It's Pandora, Ogwin, Kyle Teasy
They have a
to defend here.
have a
Minion
wave.
wave is there. RSG Philippines looking to end the game. Kyle Teasy
Oh,
making
what a
his way
stun,
down.
big sword.
The stun is there, but it's not going to be enough. Kyle Teasy falls, and that is going to most likely be it. They're waiting for the wave on the top side. Should they push it in here? RSG Philippines going to buy some time, wait a little bit.
What a gorgeous barrier.
Black Dragon Form going to come out here. There's the
Takes
fatal
two.
links. Just the finesse to end the game and take us to a game number 3.
Everybody coming up from RSG pitch, pulling their own weight. At the start, it was abysmal for